这集跟 Ryan、Chloe 搞懂 get 的用法。
Finally, we made it. What a day. I could barely get up this morning.
Same. My alarm went off 3 times before I got going.
Did you at least get a coffee before work?
Barely. I grabbed one, then rushed off. What time did you get off?
Around 6 after my last meeting. You?
A bit earlier. Honestly, I think I'm getting sick.
Yeah? Your voice does sound rough tonight.
My throat's been killing me since lunch.
Now I feel like I'm getting sick too.
Great. We'll get over it together by the weekend.
Deal. At least we always get along, even sick.
True. Days like this are easier with you around.
So, do we finally get to relax now?
Please, no more emails until tomorrow morning.
Let's order something and just chill here.
Perfect. I've been looking forward to this all day.
One tiny word can do 10 completely different jobs. That's the case with get. And by the end of today's episode, you'll realize you already use it more than almost any other verb in English. You just haven't noticed how many meanings it's quietly carrying. I'm Jason, and today we're taking apart the single busiest word in everyday English.
I'm Mary, and here's what makes get so sneaky. In Mandarin, one little verb doesn't usually cover this much ground, so most learners default to just one meaning, receive or obtain, and stop there. But native speakers reach for get constantly, for waking up, for finishing tasks, for feelings, even for relationships. Even fluent speakers sometimes can't explain why get works the way it does. It's one of those words you absorb through exposure rather than memorize through rules, which is exactly why today's episode leans so heavily on real examples instead of definitions.
In today's conversation, Ryan and Chloe meet up after work and recap one ordinary day over drinks. And get shows up in almost every sentence. It starts with how their morning went. Ryan admits, I could barely get up this morning. Notice that's not I couldn't wake up. It's get up, meaning physically pulling yourself out of bed, not just opening your eyes.
Chloe agrees. Her alarm went off 3 times before she got going. Get going simply means starting to move, getting yourself out the door. It's the verb version of I'm off.
Right. And even asking about coffee is classic get. Ryan checks, did you at least get a coffee before work? That's get in its most literal sense, to obtain something. But then things get funnier.
Chloe admits, honestly, I think I'm getting sick, her throat killing her since lunch. And a moment later, Ryan catches the same feeling. Now I feel like I'm getting sick too. That's the emotional beat of the whole conversation. Nobody wants to be the one who's fine while the other person is falling apart. There's something very true to life about this shared cold moment, too. Anyone who spent a lot of time around one specific person knows the unwritten rule. If they get sick, you're probably getting sick right behind them.
Get sick uses the same change logic as get up. Sick is an adjective, and get plus an adjective means transitioning into that state. Healthy one moment, not the next.
This is exactly where Taiwanese learners tend to trip. In Mandarin, there's one clean word for leaving work, so people often translate it directly and say something like, I off work today, which isn't grammatical. Off isn't a verb on its own.
You'll also hear people try I'm off work. That's actually a complete grammatical sentence, but it means something different, having the day off, not just finishing for the day. The natural version is always get off, as in Chloe's line, what time did you get off? Ryan says he got off around 6, right after his last meeting. And a close cousin you'll use all the time is get back to someone. I'll get back to you after the meeting, meaning you'll respond later, once you're free.
Later, they promise each other we'll get over it together by the weekend. Get over means recovering from something unpleasant, whether that's a cold, a bad mood, or a breakup. You'll also hear, I don't get it for confusion, and I'm still getting over my last trip for anything from jet lag to a bad breakup. Get over works for physical, emotional, and even financial recovery. Another everyday one is get it, meaning understand. When someone's just explained something, a warm got it or I get it lands far better than a flat I know, which can sound a little cold, even slightly rude. Saying got it shows you're actually following along.
Ryan even slips in another everyday one, get along, as in we always get along, even sick, meaning two people have an easy, comfortable relationship. You'll hear it constantly once you start listening for it.
And Chloe teases the perfect closer when Ryan asks, do we finally get to relax now? Get to plus a verb means you finally have the chance or the permission to do something. It carries a little bit of relief in it.
And once you see the pattern, get starts working like a little grammar Swiss Army knife. Get plus a past participle gives you change or passive. Get married, get lost, get paid, get tired. Get plus an object plus a past participle means you had something done. Get your hair cut, get it done. Get your car fixed. Get plus a plain adjective means becoming. It's getting dark, it's getting cold. Things are getting better. And get to plus a place or a verb means arriving or finally having the chance to do something.
Become can swap in for that becoming sense. It's becoming dark instead of it's getting dark. But it sounds a lot more formal, and it doesn't work for the other patterns. In daily conversation, English speakers reach for get almost every time.
There's also this super casual version you'll hear constantly in spoken English. Have got instead of have, and have got to instead of have to. This hotel has got a pool. I've got to go now. People often shorten that last one to gotta, though you'll want to spell it out fully if you're writing something formal.
Here's a fast way to test yourself. Next time you're about to say a become sentence or a receive sentence or an understand sentence in English, pause and ask, could I just say get here instead? More often than not, the answer is yes, and get will sound more natural than whatever formal verb you are reaching for. That's really the whole secret behind sounding less like a textbook and more like an actual person. Native speakers don't reach for fancy vocabulary first. They reach for get and let the context do the rest of the work.
So before we let you go, play that whole conversation one more time. This time, listen for every single get and notice how the meaning quietly shifts depending on what comes right after it.
Finally, we made it. What a day. I could barely get up this morning.
Same. My alarm went off 3 times before I got going.
Did you at least get a coffee before work?
Barely. I grabbed one, then rushed off. What time did you get off?
Around 6 after my last meeting. You?
A bit earlier. Honestly, I think I'm getting sick.
Yeah? Your voice does sound rough tonight.
My throat's been killing me since lunch.
Now I feel like I'm getting sick too.
Great. We'll get over it together by the weekend.
Deal. At least we always get along, even sick.
True. Days like this are easier with you around.
So, do we finally get to relax now?
Please, no more emails until tomorrow morning.
Let's order something and just chill here.
Perfect. I've been looking forward to this all day.
So, now that you've heard it again, how many did you catch? Get up, get going, get a coffee, get off, get sick, get over, get along, get to, plus get it and get back to that we worked in along the way. That's basically the entire grammar of get packed into one ordinary day between two friends.
And here's the one thing worth keeping. Get almost always means a change from one state to another. Getting up, getting off work, getting over a cold, getting to relax. Once that clicks, you stop needing 10 separate translations because it's really just one idea wearing 10 different outfits.
So here's your challenge. Today, catch yourself thinking in Mandarin about one of these situations and try saying the English get version out loud instead. Write it down if that helps, or just say it under your breath. Either way, the goal is making get automatic instead of translated.
Thanks for hanging out with us. Now go get some rest. You've earned it.
See you next time on MJ English. Bye, everyone.